Tonight, this surveillance video is dramatic. That D.C. bartender is fortunate he wasn't seriously hurt after fighting off these violent teens. This all started, he says, on Saturday around 6 o'clock in the evening. He drove to the Sunoco gas station on 9th Street Northwest in his Jeep Grand Cherokee. He parks his Jeep. He then gets out of it, and he's walking right over here. He notices that, he says, 3 teenagers in this area. He says that they were loitering, hanging out. He thinks nothing of it. He walks right over to that door right over there to the convenience store at the gas station, buys his stuff, and then while he's walking back to his Jeep, that is when he says the teens come from right over in this area over here. And take a look at what happens next on surveillance video. It shows Randy White walking back to his Jeep, and then you can see the teenagers run up, attacking him. He says they demand he give them his stuff. He fights back. Moments later, he tells me one of the suspects puts him in a chokehold, pulling him to the ground. Police say one of the suspects also drops a rifle magazine, and then White's car keys fall out of his pocket. A teen grabs the keys, and then 2 of them jump in the Jeep. White also goes in to stop them from driving off. They eventually give up and take off running. Witnesses call 911 for help. Tonight, you're going to hear from Randy White. Why did you fight these teens off? You could have been hurt.
Where I grew up, it's just like I work too hard for what I have. I don't want I can't give up my property like that. It's not in me. I wasn't raised that way.
And what was going through your mind during what was happening?
At the time, it was just like defend yourself and keep your stuff. I was just hoping that they would see that I'm resisting them, and they would have just given up and went off, but that wasn't the case.
Why weren't they able to steal your Jeep?
I was able to keep them occupied and fighting them off long enough that they ended up cutting their losses and hit the bricks.
What do you say to the teens who tried to carjack you?
Figure something else out to make money. Stop hurting people. It's kind of ridiculous.
Now, the teens were able to get the key fob to White's home, but he says it's been replaced. As for his Jeep, well, he's happy that the teens were unable to take it because he says that he needs it to go to and from work. As for this investigation, police want anyone who has information about this to give them a call. You can also call D.C. Police anonymously. In Northwest, I'm Shomari Stone. Back to you.
Ciao.